this one.
Hello, everyone. Hello. How we doing? How we doing? How are we doing? How we doing? We are back. We are back. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year.
So that I'm looking for.
Graham. That's on Graham. That just says. Just trying to get everything together, guys. Sorry about this. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Hello, everybody. Happy New Year to you guys.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. How we doing? We got a good show today for you guys. Me and my brother gonna come in and knock this out. What we doing today, my brother?
We know that there's a lot of New Year resolutions, and a lot of people have decided that 2016 is the year for 2026. I'm sorry, took us back 10 years. 2026 is the year for reset.
Yeah.
So, in order for us to have that reset and be successful at it, we're gonna have a conversation today about change. Change is very necessary in order to have that reset.
Yeah.
I think change is way more important than just doing something temporary. So there's a difference between going on a diet versus it becoming a lifestyle. There's a difference between changing your ways just to get something versus now this is the new lifestyle of you doing something that increases come along the way. So I'm just excited, brother, to have this conversation and learn something new.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I couldn't agree with you more when it comes to change. I think a lot of times it's a mindset that we go into. And I think a lot of times we think, oh, I have the will to do it without a plan.
Yeah.
And I think going into anything as far as change, we need a plan. And then we need to sit down and because I think the biggest problem with change is we have habits, and our habits become our everyday lifestyle. And we tend to fall back into bad habits or fall back into what we're comfortable with. And so, yeah, in order to change, whether it's our eating habits, whether it's going out, it could be a variety of things. But in order to change, I think we have to have a plan and just implement that plan, in my opinion.
I agree. A plan is definitely necessary. Before that plan comes into play, though, I think you need a strong enough reason why, like why you changing. That why is going to keep you going in your time of trouble. If that why is invalid, when that tough time comes, it won't give you the ability to stand up to change, because change take a lot of courage.
Right.
It's you stepping into something new. And like you said, those habits, old habits, they die hard. But again, if that why is strong enough, it'll get it done, man. So we just got to move forward and be strong. We're required to be strong.
Yeah.
So it takes a courageous person So yeah, I think that why is number one, and then number two is definitely that plan. What's the next step you think that's beneficial? So you got the why, you got your plan in place. What else do you need?
Um, bro, I'm gonna say a strong will. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Just the willingness to be better
Mhm.
and wanting to be better. You know, me and my even within my relationship right now, we've been married 20 years. This year will be 21 years that we'll be married.
Mhm.
Um, I was just looking and saying, how can I be better? What can I do? And I say, okay, you know what?
I'm pretty
Let
sure that's a long laundry list from A to Z on what you could do better. But go ahead.
saying the man that was just picking his hair, this boy.
You can do everything better. So yeah.
But just looking at different things within our relationship, having conversations, and then just say, okay, let me um, on a daily basis just be a little bit more affectionate.
Mhm.
Let me do this. And it's just a variety of things that I say, okay, you know what? This isn't what I'm accustomed to doing, but I think this is what's necessary and need to be done.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And so um, looking at that and saying, um, understanding why you need to do it, understanding why you want to get better or need to get better, and then it's for the love of self and then the love of the people around you. I think
Facts.
you know, and I'm gonna say that's my number one why.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Is yeah, just the love of myself and the love of my people, my family.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm gonna say even with the podcast, we're going on different platforms now. We're doing different things because we want to get better. We want to grow. We want to just look at situations and just get better. You and I have had conversations about possibly even different classes or different things we can take for our grammar or whatever. We 100% across the board want to be better. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Um, when it comes to change, what are some changes that you really want to implement in your life right
Um, just being a better self all across the board.
now? Okay.
I think that starts with continuing to gather knowledge.
Hmm.
After you gather the knowledge, have an understanding of it. Then once you put knowledge and understanding together, that's wisdom.
Hmm.
And so at that point, you just sit back and you wait on the opportunity so that you can show what you know. Um, just continuing, brother, to trust the process.
Hmm.
A lot of times we want things to happen way faster than what they do happen because we're not understanding that along this journey, God going to give you something that you needed in order for you to be able to carry the glory that goes with whatever you're working towards. There's a heavy glory that you got to be able to withstand and patience you got to have, and so I just been encouraging myself to enjoy the journey, enjoy the process, take the time strain off of it, and stop feeling like it's got to be done now, and just relax on. So
Bro, I'm gonna say one of the what I like that you just said is encouraging myself.
yeah,
You know, motivating myself, uplifting myself. I think that's really important. Um, and sometimes to talk to myself
mhm,
and just give me words of encouragement. The how we motivate others, I think sometimes we need to have that pep talk with self.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to spend time with yourself, brother. Um, in order for change to be effective, you got to constantly have conversations. You got to constantly have and do inventory and not be weird because I could just get up and leave at any time. The door is like right there.
Bye.
Um, And then on my way out the door, you always say, "I've been put out of bed." So, but yeah, man, this thing called change is important, and you got to make them important decisions like on the spot. But it ain't gonna be easy. Like change requires a strong will, strong minded person.
Right.
And on top of that, you know what else I learned when it comes to change? Like you gotta have sometimes the resources that it takes. Some people want to change, but they don't have the resources. And if you just think about it, if there's a person that's drug dependent, if they don't have that clean environment that they can be in, if they don't have sometimes those finances to pay for treatment, sometimes people want change, but they don't have the resources. And so when it comes to people who do have the resources, we got to consider ourselves blessed because you have the resources to change, but now you got to have that mindset. Once the mindset and the resources are on that same level, we can become that champion over whatever it is that we're searching to become.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest. That wasn't a thought that I've ever thought about, but that was pretty good to say about the resources.
Yeah, resources.
Yeah. Dig into that a little bit and explain to me what resources are you talking about and why it's important. I know you're talking about finances, but give us an example of why finances are important and what you would need them for.
So when you think about education and the landscape thereof, if you look at it, certain neighborhoods have better resources. A lot of times in the ghetto, in neighborhoods that are considered red line, is insufficient resources. And so with insufficient resources, it's only so far that you can go. So again, if that person is drug dependent and there's no counseling or therapy behavior because they don't have insurance or money, then they're going to be stuck in that environment. So when you have those resources, you got to take advantage of them because they're limited sometimes.
Sure.
And, you know, some people have a better advantage to them. And so when you think about change, you got to look at everything I have and everything I don't have in order to be successful. Absolutely. You have to learn to step outside of your shoes and look at it and say, okay, what's going to stop me from changing? If you never take inventory on what's going to stop you from changing, then you never fully take advantage of what's giving you everything that you need to change. Right. So it's just making that inventory, and it's like going to war. I look at everything from a war standpoint. Do I have everything I need to go to war? Some battles ain't worth fighting. If you ain't got enough money, it ain't time to go to war. You got to wait till you get your money up or your resources up, and then you go to war. So that's where that patience come in out with everything.
Yeah, like I said, I can appreciate that. Yeah. That resources can be important.
Yeah. I like comment Paula said, and that support system. That support system is everything. I like what you said too. Encourage yourself, but you gotta have somebody that's gonna hold you accountable partners. I know you have one. I think they got tired of you, so they stopped talking to you probably around mid last year because they was calling you every day and they wasn't seeing no change. And but yeah, that support system is everything. Have you talked to your New York people? Have they been supporting you still? No, because they tired of you. I'm actually tired of you. I don't even know how it's a brand new year and yet I'm still here. I don't know if it's the fact that I was listening to the words of your grandmother, that charity starts at home, and I just felt sorry and came back. But sometimes on my way here, I was like, now, why am I going again? What's your thoughts on that?
I don't even have a comment, but it's nonsense. This is what.
Another year, we're going to bring this into another year.
And I'm going to say this. Some people fall off.
Yeah.
And so deuces.
In all seriousness, though, let me ask you a question. What's some change that you seen in yourself or with other people that they truly wanted to change, but they didn't have the resources to change or that support system to change? Can you remember a time in your life where you've seen that happen, like in real life?
Bro, I'm gonna say the biggest thing is environment. Yeah, I think environment. I mean, I think a lot of people want to move out of their situation.
I can't get no water. Just relax, brother.
Yeah, did
Relax.
that touch me?
I took the Jesus Christ.
But I think environment. I think
Mm-hmm.
that that is that is one of the biggest things. To sometimes I think the biggest change in my life was me moving out of Flint, Michigan, when I went to college, and then ended up staying here in West Michigan. Um, that change for me was life changing.
Yeah.
I had to fend for myself. I didn't really have a support system like I did there, but I built it. And I think a lot of times um, the biggest change was me depended on me.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes when you don't have that
crutch to fall back on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It can be helpful.
Yeah.
To be totally honest with you.
It's almost like you're either gonna swim or drown.
Man, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. And then it makes you more responsible because you have to have a checklist of what you do have or don't have, because the only person you have to depend on is you. And I think, and I'm gonna say this, bro, I think even now, we need to cut ourselves off from some dependence that we have or some people in order for us to be better. You know what I mean? Because I think a lot of times we depend on people to do this, and
you never really learn it for yourself,
bro. I mean that crutch will cripple you.
Yeah. So, what was your relationship like with the homies in the hood when you left at that point, and you were no longer duty, and you turned to Purnell? And you turned to Purnell. You back? 'Cause I know your street name. I did my homework. So when you left the hood and you were no longer duty, and you became Purnell Maurice, the college student, what was that like? Is there any songs that remind you of?
What was
that like? Take us there.
He's so full of trash, y'all.
I'm just being a good journalist.
Okay. Yeah, 100%. We were just speaking about that, and it was a Tupac song.
How did it go? Sing it to us.
I don't remember how it goes. Do you remember it?
I ain't mad at you.
Yeah. It was saying we were once two people of the same kind.
Quick to holler at a hoochie with the same line. You was just a little smaller, but you still roll.
Right.
Go ahead.
Y'all get to do it. But that song was being played, and it 100%. I felt like that song was made for me and a close friend of mine. This guy was like a brother, and me leaving. It's like when I left, our relationship was never the same. Never the same. I mean, we were literally like brothers and extremely close. But once I went to school, we would communicate, when I come back, or he'd come up here and there, but it just drift. I mean, the relationship just, but I think when you evolve and change, your relationships evolve and change.
Set it up, Pastor.
And I don't think it's not that you don't love the people, but a lot of the behaviors or a lot of the situations, you're kind of embarrassed to bring your new circle around because it's not necessarily the best environments or the best situations. You know what I mean? And then I'm gonna say for me, you realize a lot of nonsense or a lot of
immaturity.
yeah.
When you make change, some things are going to die off. But what I've learned that most of the time, the things that die off are the parasites, the leeches, the people who are living off of you, the people that are bloodsuckers. They're gonna fall off because they can no longer do that.
Right.
And because of new knowledge and new information, your eyes become open. Once your eyes become open, you can't do the same thing that you used to do. It's almost impossible.
I'm gonna say this though, it affects you. It affects you big time because you'll start to feel like you're selling out, or because you're not the same, and everybody else there is the same.
Yeah.
But you're changing. But I think sometimes we have to realize, but I'm changing for the better, and I'm changing to grow. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna say it can be difficult, and then change plays mind games on you. It really does. I'm saying from friends to family to everybody, and I'm gonna keep it even a little bit realer, even sometimes siblings, you know. And so it's just a tough situation. You try to love through those situations, but with that being said, sometime a ride that God takes us on, everybody can't go. And so that was the main thing that I had to realize and had to understand. Everybody can't go on the journey that you go on, and everybody not invited. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's just that simple. Yep. What's your thoughts with that?
Man, we're just looking at some of these wonderful comments that says their season was just up. And then this lady from Carolina says, milk is not the only thing that expires. God has an expiration date for everything. Some just don't know what it is.
That's her voice?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have the ability to read in somebody's voice. Okay. Yeah, my boo Foxy said, yes, everybody can go.
That's her voice too.
Yeah, that's Foxy.
Okay.
Good bless her. Nah, she's from New York, so it probably was a little different.
Oh, yeah.
Word to mother, everybody can't go, son. But yeah, this change thing, man, it's challenging, but it's always for our good when we change for the best.
Yeah.
And
bro, I'm gonna say this. New year, new you. You know what I mean? I mean the year change, and this is typically when everybody starts implementing change. At the beginning of the year or the beginning of a new year. And so I can't say it's a bad thing, bro. I could say it's a good thing. Because what you're telling me when you're talking about change, or you're trying to change, or the new year is coming, say, oh, I want to do this, is you want to be better.
You want to be better, bro.
Yeah, you want to be better. And so
this is a good point, man. And you kind of touched on this, but she just hit it on the head. Sometimes you have to watch out for survivor's remorse. If you don't know that, you will sometimes feel sorry because you made it and they didn't. But there's a price that you paid in order to make it. You had to sacrifice being in the house and studying because you was in college, and you have to sacrifice for this business to not have for sure money coming in right away or weekly money. Like, it's a sacrifice that you make. And so I do think that a lot of people do struggle with survivor's remorse when they make it. And man, sometimes you just got to know what God said and put your feet 10 toes down on that word to be like, I made it because of mercy and grace, not because something I did that was so amazing, but this mercy and grace has me in this position. And the knowledge of God has declared that I got blessings that I got to get. they're mine. But it's up to me to position myself to get them. And just because you didn't, that person got to take accountability for their lives and where they at. But sometimes people will throw that at you and be like, "You had a chance that I didn't." But in our reality, brother, I think we've all had some kind of chance. It's just some people realize it and take advantage of it, even if they have to, falsify their documents to get into school. Once they got into school, they did their homework and they stayed there and they showed that for 3.5 years they belonged there. So you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. So would you falsify your document?
No, I never said who did what. I ain't pointing no fingers. I didn't point no fingers, and I definitely ain't telling them myself.
Okay.
We don't do that.
It's funny when you were talking about remorse. So I remember one of my younger brothers, not JR, another. He was telling me about, because I really didn't understand what that was. That he was telling me about buyer's remorse.
Buyer's remorse? Okay.
And I said, oh my goodness. I'm going to say this. The most ignorant person can educate you.
Man. But what the Bible say, he take the simpler things of this world to define the wise.
Man,
what do you say, bro?
The most ignorant person can educate you when it benefits them. That's all I can say.
Oh my God.
Man, one of my brothers had bought something from somebody and they wanted it back. And he talking about they had buyer's remorse.
Oh my
God. You better stop. I said, what? He said, I got it for a good deal. And this, I said, oh my God, just let's not talk about this.
I'm glad we had this conversation, bro, because I never looked at it like that. But now that you put it like that, I guess I've had some remorse.
Yeah.
But I only had that remorse when it ain't good, and you be like, man, I just wasted a whole trip around the sun for.
Right.
So I guess I have that kind of remorse sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
I must say, relationship remorse can be something else. But I want to say this. I want to say this when it comes to that.
What's that?
Everybody is so quick to point the finger at somebody else that they wasn't this or they were this kind of person and this, and this. But what I really want people to understand and know, you were 50% of the problem. And the reason why I say that is this is a choice that you made. And regardless if they manipulated you, fooled you, or whatever, take it to heart that you were a fool. And the reason why I say that is you didn't do your due diligence and protect the most important thing on this earth to you. And that's you. You did not protect you, and you allowed somebody to fool you or trick you or believe some nonsense. And my thing is, it happens.
Yeah.
But stop dwelling on it and blaming somebody else and living your whole life in that situation. Move on, please.
Bro, I really didn't want to start this year off agreeing with you, but I do. I didn't want to start this year off agreeing with you, but I do. I agree with you 100%.
Right.
My take is a little different, but my take is I look at what we've been taught, the law of attraction. And when you think about the law of attraction, like you attracted that. And so in order for you to attract better, then you have to change the process of how you're selecting. I think about some of the incredible women that I know. Some of the incredible women that I know, they are nurturers. And so by them being nurturers, sometimes they attract broken men or hurt people, and you see men that do the same thing. If you're a nurturer and you're attracting hurt people, then sometimes hurt people hurt other people. And so you have to change not who you are, but who you spend your time with and who you give your energy to, because you can give your energy to somebody who don't appreciate it.
Bro, I'm going to say this. 9 times out of 10, a warning sign popped up.
Yeah.
And you just didn't take heed. And a lot of times God tried to protect you from this situation. And you just wanted to do you. I think a lot of times, again, let's get insurance on everything we do and everything that we get. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that insurance is, let's talk to God about it beforehand. Let's pray about it. And wait for the answer instead of rushing into the answer because this is what you want or this is what you think make you feel good. You know what I'm saying? I think
you said a warning sign pops up. That warning light comes on. Do you feel good?
Get your ass up.
You've been smart today, man. This Negro there woke up in 2026 and he's smart. I can't believe it.
But,
and the last shall be first.
And the first shall be last.
That's so true. The warning lights come on and first that engine light come on. You better make sure that engine got the services, the oil is right, and whatever else. You better pull over and check it and not just keep riding.
Absolutely. Man, I think it's so very much important that we 100% look at these warning signs. 100% think about self. Stop thinking about other people so much and think about the consequences of self. And especially when it comes to relationship.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I started looking at, bro?
What's up?
This thing called peace. When you think about peace, you think about the absence of violence, the absence of arguing. But you actually have to fight for your peace. And then once you get it, you got to protect it. I think sometimes we'll fight for it and then we'll just let somebody come in who we know aren't peaceful. No, you fought for that. Keep that there. You got to continue to fight for it in order to keep it. And that sometimes means telling people, no, I love you a lot. And I'll give you $100 for you to get a room, but I can't afford for you to come into my house or to live with me, especially to live with me, because now your rules and my rules can kind of collide against each other. And so all the time you got to ask yourself, is this going to intrude my peace? And if the answer is yes, you got to sometimes think twice, because your emotions want to help and your emotions want to do this and do that. But it's got to make sense all across the board, and that's a part of change.
I must say this. We're going to talk about this right now. The reason why I say that is I'm constantly putting myself in that situation and putting my wife in that situation, especially when it comes to family or this and that. It's okay, hey, let me be of assistance, let me help. And yes, it does take your peace a lot of the times, and it takes your normacy, right? And people don't realize the sacrifices that you make to
accommodate them and help them.
Bruh,
yes.
Bruh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, that's crazy, but that's the way to go.
Yeah.
And that's a lot, man, to invite somebody in your place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a lot, bro, and it means a lot. But again, everybody don't realize that, and so I don't do it as much as I used to.
Okay.
Now I give people gas money to go to the shelter. I'm sorry. Okay. I just wanted to make light of it.
Okay. I need some money. Help a brother out.
Yeah.
Help a brother out. So, what you got for me, my brother?
This thing called change. What's some of the biggest changes do you can remember making in your life from going from single to marriage? What's some of the biggest changes?
Oh, jeez.
And we know it was
Um,
over 30 some years ago, but we still would like to know.
bro, I'm gonna say,
And while you're thinking, Paula said, please don't disturb her peace because she likes to cook in the nude with nothing but her cowgirl boots on. So she said please don't disturb her peace. That's what Paula said. Or that's how I read it, but I don't got on my glasses.
well, I need some shades for real because nobody want to see that part. Bro, I think the biggest thing was two becoming one, bringing someone else in and having to share everything, and having to negotiate, and having to ask, and having to. So what your norm is not your norm, right? Your decision making is changing because of you have to be considerate, and I think that's the biggest change right there, bro. I'm gonna say for me was just having to discuss everything instead of just making a decision, right? And it just came out of consideration, but it took time, bro, because a lot of times I was arguing and fussing about this is how I normally did things or this is how I do things, and that's not how it goes when you get married.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it just takes a lot of maturity, bro, and that maturity works over time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm so glad you said that, bro, because I don't think a lot of people realize that that's in the vow. And I didn't know it until we had that show a couple years ago, and I studied the vow the way that I did, that the two shall become one. Like we're intertwined now.
Right.
And when you're intertwined with this person, certain things you don't entertain anymore because you're intertwined.
Right.
And like you said, it means we make decisions that's going to benefit us as the power of the pair versus me making moves and decisions on my own.
Yeah. Same question to you, brother. And well, let me rephrase it because it's not about marriage. But what are some decisions that you had to make personally?
As far as what?
Here we go with this.
You said some decisions I had to make personally. As far as what?
Here we go with this nonsense.
As far as what?
I'm sorry, guys. Here we go with this nonsense.
I don't know. Explain to me what you said.
Okay, what are some decisions that you had to make when it comes to self about change that you had to change? So you didn't know we were talking about change?
I knew you were talking about change, but that's such a broad question.
Oh, okay.
First of all, brother, it is. It's such a broad question, but some changes that I have to make is figuring out my why. My why is changing. Why do you want to do this? Why do you want to do that? Why do you want to be successful? For me, everything has been based on being a father, right? Now that my kids are getting older, it was certain guilt that I even had. I didn't want to date a woman with younger kids at a certain point when my kids were younger because I felt like it would take away from my kids, or I wouldn't have the emotional capacity to put somebody else's kids to bed and not put my own to bed. And as selfish as that may or may not be, that's just the way that I thought. Now that my kids are older, one grown and one being 16, I would love to be a stepfather if that's what it encompassed. I would love to do that. And so you have to know when you're ready. And so going back to school, getting these degrees, it wasn't for my kids, brother. It was for me. I had to make it personal. Again, one is over 18 and one is close to it. So you learn that it's a time to be selfish. You learn that it's a time in the season for you to do certain things. And so I feel like the rest of my life, because I have been there for them and I made those sacrifices, I'm always be their father from the cradle to the grave. I'm their father, but I could put myself in the driver's seat and some of the things that I even want and need to do. So it changes, and you have to know the season that you are in. That's why that relationship with God is so important, because you can do the right thing at the wrong time, and it ain't gonna be effective.
What are some similarities that you see that you and your children have right now? And you see them changing and you changing, but you guys are changing to be similar. I know one.
Ah, my kids. If you come for them, they gonna fight back. They both fighters.
Okay.
So that attitude, that grit,
Mm-hmm.
I love it when it comes to sports and stuff like that. But in real life, you like, hey, every fight ain't meant to be fought.
Mm-hmm.
And so that they both winners. They both want to travel. Lorenzo was just not talking about some, yeah, we finna do this and that on this cruise.
Yeah.
And so they both got that drive. I'm so excited that they both are driven young people.
Right.
And so my thing is, make sure that you put that zeal that you have. Make sure you keep God number one.
Mm-hmm.
If you keep God number one, first seek the kingdom of heaven, His righteousness, everything else is gonna fall in place.
Right.
And so, man, just thinking about that and other things. So I see that. I see certain things in me, but I always share not only my success but my failures with my kids. Because at the end of the day, I want my floor to be your ceiling. We're going to talk about credit. We're going to talk about it all, so that you don't have to wait until you are almost 40 to get things that I'm getting now. You can go and get those things in your early 20s. So I just like to keep it real with them.
I noticed today both of y'all had on skinny jeans.
There's nothing skinny about my jeans. I'm going to let the crowd judge for themselves. It's room in these jeans. I'm 42 years old, and there's nothing wrong with my jeans.
I seen it. We went to.
My jeans are not tight.
We went to nephew.
It's like a true hater.
We went to nephew game today. He did awesome, man. They won. Congratulations to Joshie Poo. But Reds got up, and I said, "Oh, you and Lil Zo got the same pants."
They not skinny jeans, guys. We buying that spirit up. We buying that P. Diddy spirit up on him.
My goodness. But what you got, my brother?
This will be my last question, and then we'll go with our closing statements.
Sure.
This thing called change.
Mm-hmm.
What is the biggest change does Pernell Maurice want for himself, and what is the biggest change you want for the podcast and the followers as a whole?
Well, I'm gonna say understanding, right? My level of understanding, my level of communicating with people, my level of patience, just looking at it and just saying, everybody can want that, but I'm the only one that can implement that, especially when it comes to me and my life. And especially when it comes to whatever I put out or whatever I take in. And so
that understanding is very important.
Yeah.
And I hate to cut you off, but I love it. I wrote a song back in the day and I sold it to a group. What I need from you is understanding. How can we communicate if I don't hear what you say? And so I just remember that song that I wrote to that group and I sold it. The IRS back then was taking a lot of the money. So they took a lot of my financial money that came from that.
Royalties.
My royalties. But the experience of writing that song was amazing. Go ahead and finish that song. You was talking about understanding. You was talking about understanding. Go ahead.
Oh my God. But yeah, I want to be understood and I want to understand. I want growth.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And I think that comes with working on self, right? And I think that's the biggest thing is us work on self. Me working on me, me figuring out what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. You know what I'm saying? Continue to do what I'm doing right and change what I'm doing wrong in order to make it right. You know what I'm saying? And I think all of us need to just take that big look in the mirror. All of us need to continue to get our communication skills up and talk to, especially the people that are close to us or that we love or that loves us, that are trying to help us. And so, you know, let's have these conversations and, work on change, bro. Work on, what I'm saying, changing our attitude, changing just overall. I think God wants us to just be kind souls and be understanding souls.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say this. I don't want to be feared. You know what I mean? When it comes to family or whoever, and say, oh, yeah, I don't want to talk to my uncle because he has this attitude or this and this.
That's good.
I think sometimes it's necessary for us. That doesn't mean I don't say no.
Yeah.
That's not what that means. But
fear has its place, but not with family.
Yeah.
It should be with people who you have to push around the house from the upstairs to the downstairs. Kind of like you did with kind of like somebody did in California.
You ain't gonna. You just never.
I said somebody, brother. I said
you just not gonna let it go.
Yeah.
But
things we see. I'm gonna write it. I'll probably put that incident in my book.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, bro. Let's work on self-preservation. Let's work on self and let's change.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to you, what's a major change that you would like to see within your family dynamic?
Brother Pradell, Maurice, I think everything is about our ability to serve. Let's serve each other. When I come here, I serve my children. I serve kids in my community. At church, you're supposed to serve. You're there to serve.
Right.
I look at the ushers. They do a phenomenal job. A lot of times people forget about the job that the ushers do. They serve. They forget about the jobs that the people who pick up trash do. They serve. And so I want to be a better server. How did I serve you? How did I serve God? That's what matters the most. And that's what keeps going even when we leave this earth. So within my family, I want to serve. Right. I was talking junk to my son because I'm at my sister's house last night, and I tell him, okay, pull up that blow-up mattress for me. So he pulled the mattress out. He blows it up for me. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to lay on this couch for a second. The mattress right there. I fell asleep on the couch. And so I got up talking junk to him, like, man, why you ain't covering me up? And he like, Pops, I didn't know you wanted no cover. And I was having a conversation to him about serving. And so just to cover each other with our ability to serve, like, how do you serve? That's so important. That takes away from you being selfish when you realize that serving is a gift and you share your gift with your family first. That's why charity starts at home and then with others.
Don't be using my grandmother's sayings either.
So much your grandma who kissed me right here.
So what's your closing statement, my brother?
My closing statement on this thing called change is that with change, a lot of times change starts with motivation. Like, we're motivated to change. But one thing about motivation don't last. But discipline does. So with this thing called change, you're going to have discipline to say no to whatever those old habits are or were, because they was in the past, and to embrace these new principles, these new goals and visions that you have. It's not going to be easy, but the blessing was never for the weak. The blessing is for the person who is willing to go through the valley. The blessing is for the person who is willing to sacrifice and do whatever they need to do. Change is needed for all of us to be who we were called to be instead of who we were born as. You were born one way, but how you die is up to you. And that's all depends on your ability to change.
My brother, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. You can either change and go in the direction that you're comfortable with or that you want to go, or you can go in a direction that you're forced. Either way, you're going to change. Either way, you're going to change. And so you're either going to change your what's comfortable to you or what's uncomfortable to you. And I'm going to say that just throughout life. Looking at situations, and I want to because we're going to be digging in to this thing called relationship quite a bit this year. Even within relationship, either you're going to change your attitude or what have you with how you treat people, the demands that you have, and just look at it and use logic, or it's going to change for you. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to be by yourself, or either you're going to be with someone unhappy.
Yeah.
One of the two.
So basically what you're saying is you either change or you get left behind, right? And I'm trying to talk in a voice like you talk because we sitting by each other. And sometimes
I'm gonna whoop up. I'm gonna whoop.
If I sit by a person long enough, I start talking like whoever I'm sitting by. So
Oh my God!
it's either you gonna change or you gonna get left behind. I'm Pernell Maurice, y'all.
Guys,
I'm on the internet as Duty back in the day.
Guys, thank you. Everyone, go if you are planning on going to New Orleans with this Joker and myself. Let's get it. Go to FromHisPerspectivePodcast.com, FromHisPerspectivePodcast.com, and sign up. The registration as of now is $350. February 1st, in less than 30 days, is going to go up to $400. At the end of February, you're not going to be allowed to sign up. So if you guys are interested in going and hanging out with us, and we're going to go to the New Edition Boys to Men Tony Braxton concert. We're going to have a phenomenal time. Like always, when we get together, and we have a tremendous time. And to just come chill out with us and our podcast family. These people are unbelievable.
Definitely phenomenal people.
Man, phenomenal.
Speaking of that, I want to say sincerely thank you guys for all the birthday wishes, the inboxes, the DMs.
Sheila, we will be reimbursing you.
Nah.
Okay.
We don't believe in returning no seeds. Definitely want to say thank you for the birthday seeds.
Yeah.
It's been truly a blessing. I've decided to change my ways and not allow Pernell or his father to take me to the strip club. I'm going to be using the money for Bible college.
Okay, good for you.
To repay my remainder balance of Bible college so that I can serve better. And all seriousness though, but from the heart, thank you. It's the seeds like that make a big difference.
Now, guys, I'm gonna say this: we, from the bottom of our heart, we love you guys. We appreciate you guys.
It's just I love you all a little bit more because I understand love, like he was talking about understanding earlier. I understand that the fragments of love comes from the relationship with the Father through the Son given to you, and the way that y'all love us is such a way that you nourish us to be better. So with that being said, I just want to say
Goodbye, guys. We love you guys, and we'll see you guys later. Guys, if you have not signed up, and we will be pushing this out a little more. I'm gonna be totally forthcoming with you guys. We may cut this registration off early because we have quite a few people now, and we just don't want it to be a little overwhelming. We want to have just a nice group, a nice size, but we don't want it too big. And so we're talking about possibly even cutting it off. So if you do plan on going, guys, please sign up. Please do not wait to the last minute, because the phone calls, the relationships that you have are not going to help you this time. You know what I'm saying? We are, with how we're doing these trips from here on out, we're being really, really strict, and just want to have a cutoff, and just want to say, okay, hey, it's this. You know what I mean? So let's get it together, guys. So if you guys plan on coming, let's do it. If you plan on bringing someone, let's do it. Sign up. It doesn't cost anything to sign up if that's what your intentions are. Let's do that and let's get it. So we will see you guys later. My brother.
Thank y'all. God bless y'all.
Yep. We're out of here.